Hey Campus Church kids, I am once again at the store. This week we are looking at items from the 1970s. So I'm going to go in, find a few things that released in the 1970s, and we'll make a meal out of it and see how it goes. Here we go. Back at the store, got my cart. I gotta tell you, this is a really nice cart. It doesn't have any broken wheels like most of them do. So let's go on a hunt. First up is Yoplait yogurt. Came out in the 1970s. So we have a few different options here. I think we may just go with this original strawberry banana. Released also in the 1970s, cheese puffs. So we'll go ahead and get those. Another one released in the 1970s is Reese's. Well, it's Reese's Pieces, not Reese's Pieces, but I know people say it differently. Another item released in the 1970s was Hamburger Helper. Now there are a variety of these too. Whoa, okay. No, thank you. I feel like we gotta go with this. Last item for today. Did you know that Starbucks came out in the 1970s? So we got a few different options here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and, instead of going to the store, we're just gonna pick up one of these, and just kidding, I'm not gonna throw this one in. So we've got our 5 items from the 1970s right here. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this deluxe Philly cheesesteak Hamburger Helper. Remember, Hamburger Helper came out in the 1970s. This particular flavor probably didn't, but Hamburger Helper did, so it's going to work out. We're going to make this meal. As you can see, it calls for 1 pound of ground beef, 1.5 cups of water, and 1.5 cups of milk. The thing is, ground beef, water, and milk did not come out in the 1970s. So instead of ground beef, we're going to use the Cheeto Puffs and the Reese's Pieces. And instead of water, we're going to use the coffee, the Frappuccino, the Starbucks one, because 1970s Starbucks came out. And then instead of the milk, we're going to use the Yoplait yogurt. Let's get started. I'm open these up. Don't you love these? So good. So, I'm gonna take these, pour them in. We're gonna crush this up. Now we pour the coffee in. Listen to that. Woo! We're gonna put that Yoplait in here, so just kind of scoop it all in. That'll be served as our milk for this. I got a little taste of this earlier, and I can tell you guys, once again, this stuff is smelling so interesting so far. Now this is the sauce mix that helps it taste like a Philly cheesesteak. So we're gonna pour that into, again guys, this is smelling real interesting. And last but not least, we've got our noodles, so pour those in. That'll be our pasta. This almost looks like it's alive. Well, kids, I don't know about this. To be completely honest with you, I'm a little nervous because this one doesn't taste that great, and the consistency is, I don't know if you can see this, but like, oh boy, look at that. Not entirely appetizing. Let's give you a little bit of a look at it, okay, up close. See it? Is it focusing? Yeah, okay, so that's our meal here. This is pasta. There are noodles in here with the Philly cheesesteak mix because Hamburger Helper released in the 1970s, so I purchased that. And as a reminder, instead of using water, I used a Starbucks Frappuccino. Instead of using milk, I used Yoplait yogurt. And instead of using ground beef, I used a mixture of crushed Cheeto Puffs and Reese's Pieces, all of which released in the 1970s. And this has a unique smell. So, okay, I'm gonna be out. Okay, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. I can smell the coffee. That smells kind of good, but then everything else in it, I'm brutally nervous for this one, guys. Any of you want to try it before I do? Yeah? Oh, I better just go for it, huh? Here we go. Oh. All right, I made it through. The phone fell. The dog and the cat were going crazy. Guys, that is one of the worst things I've ever tasted. I got it down. I was getting a little impatient. My throat is getting a little nasally. I was getting a little impatient, so I didn't let the noodles go all down all the way, so they're a little crunchy. And that is just so bad. I cannot even tell you how bad that is. Whoa. Never, ever, ever, ever do that. Okay? Not if you're going to make hamburger helper, just make it normally. Okay? Wow, that was truly horrendous. I cannot tell you how bad that was. Wow. Okay. Cool, my eyes are watering a little bit. Can you see that? Oh goodness, I'm sorry for that. That is, whew. Okay. Next week, we will not be having a video because we're going to be having Vacation Bible School. So I hope to see you at Vacation Bible School. It's going to be an awesome week. The following week, we will also not have Summer Kids Club because we're going to have our special 50th service. And all you guys, hopefully, are going to be a part of our big choir special, which is going to be awesome. But then the week after that, we'll be back, and we're going to be looking at the 1980s, different food items in the 1980s, and I can't wait to see what we got. Hopefully it's going to be better than this, because this is a drudgery. I cannot believe I have created one of the worst things that has ever been known to man, I'm pretty sure. This is awful, okay? Avoid this at all costs. Good to see you, kids. We'll see you later. Berkeley, what do you think? You want to try it? You want to try it? Berkeley? Oh, that's nasty, Berkeley. What are you doing? Don't you understand how gross that is? Lando. Want to try it? Smart cat.